In this video, I'm going to walk you through the process of how I create thumbnails for my YouTube videos. Hi, welcome to the Hidden Online Living YouTube channel. My name is Peter, and here in this short tutorial video, I'm literally just going to walk you through the process and show you the steps which I take to actually create the thumbnails for my videos. So essentially, how do I create the thumbnails? I use a mix of two different programs. I use both Adobe Illustrator and I use Thumbnail Blaster. Now there are loads of different variations of software. I've done other tutorials, you can check them out in the cards, like Canva and Snappa, and I do use those tools from time to time, but I find I can work a lot faster using Adobe Illustrator and Thumbnail Blaster. Again, because I have a background in graphic design, and I've been using Adobe Illustrator for a little over 12 years now, so I am fairly effective with it and I can use it very, very quickly. And then in recent months I've started using Thumbnail Blaster as well, and I find that I can create what I need that's not in Thumbnail Blaster. I can go into Adobe Illustrator, quickly create something that I need, like certain shapes or different type of text variants, etc. and literally just export it out as a PNG image and put it straight into Thumbnail Blaster and then walk away with that. And within minutes I have a thumbnail done. Something that would take someone could take an hour or two, I can literally have it done in 10 or 15 minutes. And for me, it's essential because it allows me to not focus as long on what way I want my thumbnail to look, that I can just put the pieces together very quickly and just get it out there. So it gives me a lot more time to focus on the things that are more important, which is getting in front of the camera and creating videos. So again, I'm just going to walk you through my process of how I actually go from A to B with my thumbnails. So I'm going to jump into the computer and we'll get started. Okay, so I'm quickly just actually going to run you through the process of actually how I create my thumbnails really quickly. Now I use Adobe Illustrator. Now I'm using version CS6, which is an older version, but it's perfect because all the tools, everything are essentially the same as what's in a newer version. So in order to get products or projects done very quickly, you only need the bare minimum essential tools to get this up and running. So we'll just get started. So I'm obviously going to go between this here and then I'll be using my Thumbnail Blaster account just for the final piece. Now I can do everything in Illustrator, but I just find working between the two I can work fairly decent. So what I'm going to do is we're just going to go, and what I'm going to do is open up a recent project. So go up to File, New. Now I do have a template that's set up that I have just for text, as you've probably seen in some of the thumbnails on my other videos. And I usually just use this as a base just to work off when I want to add in my new text for my new videos. So essentially this is it here. So what I'm going to do is just alter this text here. Okay, so once all this is done, just highlight all the text and hit Control, Shift and press 0 and it vectorizes the text. So your next thing to do is click on where it says Object and go down to Artboards and fit to selected area. Alright, so with that done, it crops the whole image. So essentially what we want to do next is click on File, Export, and make sure that it's a PNG image and click where it says Use Artboards and then click Save. Right, okay, so now I've moved on to my Thumbnail Blaster account, and essentially what I want to do is I want to make sure that Thumbnail Creator is selected. So I'm going to click on Next Step, and again it gives you a load of different templates here that you can use, but again I want to click off this one because this is for the paid version, which I don't need. So this here is all the free version templates that you can use, but again I'm not going to be using that, so I have my own here. So I'm just literally going to click on one of these templates here. So I'm just going to click on this one, and what it's going to do is it's going to open up the template. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to start changing around a few things. So I'm just going to click on this image here and where it says pattern, I am going to change this pattern out. I like the look of this one, so I'm going to change it, but I'm going to just change the color of it. Have it more of a yellowy type colour, not too yellow. I don't want it to completely just be too bright. Yeah, that's about right there, like that there. So essentially that there is good. I'm actually just going to remove these here text elements because I don't really need them for the moment. So I'm just going to change the colour of this just ever so slightly. Okay, so the next thing you want to do is you want to take in an image. Yeah, this is one I edited earlier on in Illustrator. Right, so I'm just going to click on this one here and just take it in. Alright, so that there is a nice wee feature, especially with the white outline on it. It just makes it pop a lot more. So I'll just increase the size of it. So essentially how I did that was just in my Illustrator program. I just went in and just made sure I locked the layer. I created a new layer, and literally all I did was I got the pen tool and I literally just clicked and drew around and made a silhouette of the whole image all the way right around. It doesn't have to be perfect. You can literally just take your time and just mess around, just have a bit of fun with it until you complete the image. And then what I done was I just changed the colour of that to white, and then just went through the same process as I did with the other image and just exported everything. Make sure object artboards fit the selected area, and then just exported the image out as a PNG and uploaded it into here. So this is what it looks like in the final result. So it definitely makes it pop a lot more. Okay, so I'm just going to add in a few other features and then we're good to go. So again, I need to upload the text that I created. So this is it here. So I'll click on that and just wait for that to load up. Okay, so that's it in there now. So what you want to do on Thumbnail Blaster compared to Illustrator, you hold down the Alt key instead of the Shift key and then click and drag, and it keeps the proportions of the image. So I just want to add in one or two more quick features and then we should be good to go. Again, I just want to keep this as simple as possible. So I'm just going to bring in an arrow. Okay, so drag him down here. Again, hold the Alt key, scale the mouse, and then click on this side and drag, and then change the orientation of it. And if you want to rotate the image, this wee icon up here, and when the symbol comes up, it means you can rotate it. So that's all I want to do there. So I'm going to change the colour of it to like a solid red colour, like that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a shadow on it. But again, I'm going to decrease the blur of the shadow to make it pop a lot more, and then just change the offset of it. Right, so I'm just going to add in one or two more features. Okay, so I'll add in this laptop. Right, it doesn't have a background for the screen, but I'll show you a quick walk around for that now. So actually, I'll just make that text a little bit smaller to fit in the features. So with that there in, what you can do is you come over here to shapes. I'll just close that down now, and you want to go to basic shapes, and then you can click on the square icon, bring it in, and then you want to scale it up a little bit. And then what you can do is you can scale it out and use the rotate tool to rotate it so it's in line. Again, you can scale it back slightly, and then just scale it down a wee bit more. And then what I can do then is come over here to layout and click send backward. So it's behind the screen, so it makes it look like the screen's all one, and then just change the colour. I'm just going to put it to a solid white. There we go. Okay, so that's the last of those features now added onto the thumbnail. So literally what I want to do then is you can actually, in Thumbnail Blaster, you can create a template from this image here so you can save and continue. But in this case, I'm just going to click on save as JPEG. And what it'll automatically do is it will automatically download it to your downloads folder. And then literally all you need to do then is literally just go and rename the file. So just to show you really quickly, I'll just access the folder, and here's the template here, thumbnail. So I'll just click on that and I'll just rename it. Alright, that's it there. So that'll literally be now able to be used so that you can upload to your video once you have uploaded the video to your YouTube account. So that's it for this simple tutorial video. Hopefully that you found it helpful and that you understand some of the processes that you can use with both of the programs that I've shown on how you can quickly get thumbnails created yourself. Now I know not everybody has access to the likes of Adobe Illustrator. Now I'm using an older version that I've had for a little while, but essentially it does the same practices as newer versions. And obviously it's a case of money, because I know that there is paid programs using those type of software packages to a point that it's probably not affordable for everybody. But likes of using Thumbnail Blaster, which is fairly cheap. I'll leave a link in the description for that if you want to check it out. It's very affordable and it is a really good tool to use, even on its own right, without actually all the bells and whistles of implementing other pieces of software. And then there is other programs that I've used in the past. Again, I have other videos with Snappa and Canva, and among others that you can use. Again, you can try them all out. Have a look for yourself and see what works. For me, it's just the way I've shown you in this video. It's how I work with it, and it's what works best for me, basically. Because I know I can do things really quickly. So for me, it's a win-win. But there's definitely more than enough out there for something like yous that are getting started with all this content creation. There's definitely more than enough programs out there that you can get your feet wet with, just to try and practice with and understand. Because before long, once you get a good idea of how all these programs work, pick the right one that you know that you're most comfortable with and just go along with that. So hopefully you found this video to be helpful, and if you have, make sure to leave a like on the video, make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you're made aware of future content, and also feel free to share the video. Also, if you're looking to get started with setting up your own online business and need a way to figure out how to get started, make sure to check out that first link in the description and the pinned comment for a simple and effective step-by-step blueprint that you can actually use to help you get up and running very quickly. And also make sure to check out some of the other videos that I create on my channel based around tutorials, reviews and helpful guides that will actually help you create the content that you need to help you get up and running quickly. And again, I will see you all in the next one.